Continuing on with the status quo is to be endorsing state-sponsored and endorsed discrimination. We aren't doing nearly enough to protect the rights of same-sex couples and of homosexual people in our nation at this point in time.
Same-sex couples, as of this moment in time, are recognised under a de facto relationship. They have the same rights as any other couple within Australia.
Every person sitting here before you is entitled to the same human rights as they are universal, inherent and inalienable. Everyone should have the right to marry the person they love.
The solution logically satisfying the requirements for equality is the introduction of universal civil unions for all sexual orientation.
If same-sex marriage was to be legal, more children attending school and social events would be seen as different, purely because they either have two dads or two mums.
Now, Mr. Speaker, we can all agree that tradition is a good thing, but tradition should not interfere with our modern secular society.
We must defend the traditional family unit for the betterment of our lives and the lives of our children and our children's children.
In this day and age, that we have no right to deny a group of people in our society the justice that they deserve based on their sexual orientation.
I don't only agree because Sydney has a high population of LGBTI people. I agree because it's the right thing to do.
I have my own perspectives and definition of marriage. However, I have no right to enforce my definition of marriage on anyone else, just as no one else has a right to enforce their definition of marriage on me.
What I say, can I ever decide on your marriage? Can I stand up and say that, no, you are unethical, you are un-Australian, you cannot marry? I do not say that.
Christians' religious rights and freedoms are being infringed upon when this House tries to force Christians to allow deconstructed marriage to be used in giving same-sex couple legal rights.
I am a Christian. However, I believe in love, and I do not believe that it is my right to judge who can and who cannot.
I think you'll find that the gay couple would have a lot more maternal input due to the fact that two grandmothers who thought they'd never have a grandchild have just been given one.
As a religious person whose religion dictates as one of its two greatest commandments to love your neighbour as you love yourself, I cannot but throw all the support in my soul behind same-sex marriage.
I believe Australians in the future, whenever will look at us denying these people their rights as we look at the mistreatment of Aboriginal people when our government refused to let them be counted in the census.
Beyond one's personal objections, I urge the House to consider the psychological impact of a policy directly discriminating against a group of people.
Mr. Speaker, I would like to enlighten the opposition on a little story about a girl named Kim Kardashian who was married for just 72 days. Do you really believe that same-sex marriages is going to damage the sanctuary of marriage?
Mr. Speaker, I move the question that this motion now be passed.
The question is the motion of the member, and the motion is that this House calls upon the Australian Government to legalise same-sex marriage in Australia. Those in favour of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Those against say no.
No.
Order, there being 11 noes and 70 ayes, I declare the motion passed.
Yeah.